Hello guys, hope you people are doing great and welcome to my channel, to my lessons Microsoft SQL Server. And this is location. I'm working as a software engineer and my technology stack is SQL, Power BI and data science, and I'm also Microsoft certified professional on Power BI. Let's get started with some SQL Server lessons. In my previous videos, I covered the functions and a few functions like mathematical functions and conversion functions. And if you people missed out my video, then please check out my previous video. It's really important. And this is the continuation video for the system defined functions. Actually, I covered the functions topic in my previous video. As part of functions, we have system defined functions and user defined functions as well. So in today's session we will gonna see what are the system defined functions, especially string functions. Okay, so if you want to see your functions, what are the different kind of system defined functions, you have to click on your particular database. In case of mine, it is MySQL DB. Click on that and go to programmability, and you can see all these table valued functions, scalar functions, aggregate functions and system functions. You can click on the system functions and you can check out what are the functions that you're gonna need. Okay, in today's session we're gonna cover string function. So click on this string function and you see there are many string functions listed here. Okay, so but we will gonna cover very important string functions as part of this video course. Let's get started. Okay, so in string functions we have a couple of functions which are really important, and those are comes with like this joins, means right and left, replicate and reverse, ltrim and rtrim. All these are joint pairs. Okay, if you understand what each function will do, then you don't need to worry about what it will do in a specific manner. Okay, so if you know what right will do, you don't need to panic about what left will do. Similarly, if you know what ltrim will do, then you don't need to worry about what rtrim will do. Okay, similarly char index, pat index, upper and lower, all these stuff. Okay, let's get started with one by one. Many of the functions, if you can observe in SQL, it's just like in English language. Okay, so if you see the function name itself replicate what it will do. Okay, the select right is a function, right and left. These are two functions, two important functions which are especially used to cut off the places from either right side or left side of the string. Okay, let's see one by one. If you have a right function, select right, and you have to pass the string and how many characters you want to get from it. Right 5. Okay, so let's see what it will do. Control E. See, it will give you the right side of the string 5 characters. Okay, means 1 2 3 4 5. So it will return bingo from SQL @ bingo. Okay, so obviously you don't need to worry about left. It will give you a left side of the string. How many characters you specified here? 3 characters. So SQL, it will gonna return SQL out of the entire string. See, that's how left and right works as well. Okay, next set of functions is replicate. Okay, what replicate will do? Replicate the name itself, replicate this string the number of times you want. Okay, the string you want to replicate, comma, how many times you want to replicate, specific number of times. Here in my case 5 times I want to replicate SQL. See, SQL 5 times it replicates. reverse function. Reverse, what reverse will do? It will print reverse order of your character. Okay, here you have a SQL server, but it will print in reverse order, means R E V R, like that. Okay, you can understand once you see the result. Okay, see, SQL server is a string that you have given to this reverse function, and it will reverse the string. Okay, next, ltrim and rtrim. Left side trim and R side trim, right side trim. Okay, that is the meaning of ltrim and rtrim. Left side, if you have a leftover space from left side, you need to trim it off, then you need to use ltrim. If you have a same situation with the right side spaces, you want to trim this one, then you need to use rtrim. Okay, let's execute each one. See, SQL server. If you want to right side, then right side trim. Okay, that is the importance of ltrim and rtrim. The next set of important functions are char index and pat index. Okay, so always remember, if you coming to the index kind of operations, then in SQL the indexing starts from 1. Means, suppose if you have a SQL bingo here, if you want to find out the index of it, means you want to count an index, you need to start counting from S, right? So you need to give 1 to this S, Q second, L 3. Okay, like that it will gonna count. Select char index @ from this string. The char index is used to find out what is the that particular character index from this string. I have a SQL @ bingo as a string. I just want to find out in which position this @ was sitting in this. Okay, so for that particular case, I want to use char index, character index. That particular character index you will get from this function. Okay, if you execute this one, it is showing me 4. What is the meaning of it? 1 2 3 4 means @ is the 4th place from this this entire string. Okay, so this @ of character index number is 4 from this string. Okay, so next one is pat index. Pat index means patron index. From the previous example, we learned the character index. Okay, what is the index position of a character? But here, what is the index position of a patron, particular patron? So in this string, essential @ of Gmail, I want to find out this particular patron. Which patron? You have to give this give the patron in between the percentage symbols. Okay, I want to find out @ of Gmail as a patron from pat index, from essential @ of Gmail. So I need to pass this one to pat index, so it will give me that particular patron starting index position. Okay, Control E, see, it is from 10th position. You can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. From 10th position, it will gonna start @ of Gmail. Okay, this patron is starting position is number 10. Okay, that will gonna give you the pat index. Right, next set of functions or length function. Obviously it will give you how many characters are there in that particular string. Okay, that is the length, whole length. Control E, there are 9 characters in that particular string. Okay, substring, what it will do? Substring will do the substitution. Okay, or it will give you the particular part of the string, substring. Okay, I have a SQL server as a string, and I want a particular piece of the string as a return. Let's get execute this one. See what it will do. If I execute this one, then I want from an entire this string, I just want from character 1 2 3 1 2 3 until 3. I have ended this. Okay, so I got SQL as a result from the substring, and it is very straightforward from upper and lower. Upper will gives you a uppercase letters from the lower, and lower will gives you the lower case letters from the upper string. Okay, if you execute both at the same time, see, first one is a upper function, you have all lowercase letters, it converted to uppercase, and in lower function you have all uppercases and it is converted to lower. Okay, oh, it is server, spelling mistake, server. Okay, no problem now. Okay, right, replace and stuff functions almost seems to be the same function, but with a different kind of styling. Replace function will do the replacing. I have a SQL @server as my input string, and I just want to replace @server with the @India. Okay, so replace function takes 3 parameters. One is the original string which you want to pass, which you want to replace, and what part you want to replace you have to pass as a second parameter @server, and as a third parameter, what do you want to replace with the original one? I want to replace it with the @India. Okay, now execute this query. See, you have a SQL @India. And next function is stuff function. Stuff function will also do the same thing, but here you have to mention with numbers. Okay, index positions. Here I have a SQL space tutorial as a input string, and I want to replace this input string with the HTML from starting position 1 to 3. Okay, means 1 2 3. I just want to replace all these 3 from starting position 1 to 3 with the HTML. Okay, now you will gonna see rather than SQL tutorial, you will gonna see HTML tutorial. Let's get execute this one. See, HTML tutorial. Almost this stuff function, replace function will do the same, but in a different kind of styling. Okay, approach is different. Another example, this is a stuff function. I just want to replace from 2 to 15, means after 1 2, after entire this stuff is replacing with this one to encrypt my email. Okay, so if you execute this one, see, after 2 mean from starting from second position until 15th position, I just want to replace this entire string with this stars as an encrypted format. Okay, and next set of function is really important. It is a coalesce function. What is the coalesce function will do? It is a different kind of function. The coalesce function will do, it will return the first not null value. What does it mean? First not null value. Coalesce function will take 3 parameters, and of course you can pass parameters like this, and it will always return the first not null value. First not null value, what does it mean? What is the first value here? Null. What is the second value here? Location. And what is the another value here? Null again. What is the first time it sees a character except null, it will gonna give you the output that particular one. In this case, I have null and my name, location, comma null. Okay, it will gonna give you my name because that is the first not null value. Okay, so I will gonna give you another example as well for your col ESC collies. First value is null, second value as well as null, and third value is some name, Kate. Let's see what will happen. Obviously it will give you Kate because it will always give you the first null value. Okay, so here in this case you have only the Kate as a value, so it will gonna give you Kate. Okay, but while coming to this one, you have Collies function with the first as null and second as location, third as John Wick. Yeah, here if you see now, the Collies function will see first not null value. What is the first not null value? Obviously null is no, it's not a first not null value, and location, yes, it is not a null value, and John Wick is also not a null value. But Collies function will give you very first not null value. So what is the very first not null value? It is location, but not John Wick. Okay, hope you understand the importance of Collies function. And let's moving to the another function, that is concat function. If you watch my previous videos on functions, I already explained how to use a concat function. Okay, but here is the specific example. The concat function will always concat the strings. Okay, space is a function, it will just give you a spaces. So I want to concat hello string and their string with some 5 spaces in it. Control hello there. Or you can increase the space, or you can reduce the space, or no space, it is still fine. Okay, 0 space. I just don't want any space. Hello there. Or if I want any some spaces, it's okay. Oops, I just want 2 places, then that's fine. Hello there. That is the use of concat function. And is null is also a very important function. Is null will always gives you, if first value is null, then it will obviously give you the second value. Okay, that is the function of is null. Okay, see 100. How about this case? If it see first value is not a null, then obviously it will throw the first value. See, even though whatever may be the second value, the first value, if is null sees first value as a null, then obviously it will throw second value. If it is seeing first value as a not null value, then obviously it will throw the first value. See here, it is exactly opposite to the first statement. I have is null function with the first parameter is 100 and second parameter is null. Even though you have a null value, but the first parameter is not null, so it will obviously throw you the not null value. Control E 100. Okay, hope you understand is null functionality. So is null is always throw you not null value when it sees the first time. Okay, that is a remembrance. And this is a 2 different kind of functions, soundex and difference. So soundex and difference, or of course as of now I didn't use much these functions, but as part of the course all these functions are also play some important role to the people with the different disciplines. Let me explain the soundex and difference functions a bit well. Okay, the result of the this difference function indicates the difference between the 2 soundex values on a scale of 0 to 4. Okay, so rather than all this stuff, let's get execute this one a bit, then you will understand. Okay, so Control E. See, the soundx function will returns some sort of the first letter, the very first letter of the string with some sort of numbers. Okay, means the soundx will always gives you the result of how close those strings are, how close those words are. Okay, I have a juice here, Juice, juice as a proper spelling, but here I have a Jucy, juicy. Okay, but when you hear these two, juice and juicy, those words are almost kind of same sounding. That is the reason why it will produce the code. It is some sort of code. This code starts with the letter J, because this is the one you have given here. Okay, but if you want to check out with other example, you can check with other example as well. I have a juice, and you have another string Jake. Okay, but no need to execute this query, but for your understanding, if you soundx juice and Jake, obviously those two are completely different, right? So let's see with an example. Is it really different or same? Oh, it is showing me the same, juice and Jake. Okay, the way of pronouncing it is showing me it's almost close. But let's say if it is juice and Mike, if you give like this, see, it will throw it start with M, and 200 it start with a J. Those are two different sounds, not the same sound. Okay, so the soundx will give you always how closeness of these two sounds related to. Okay, and what different function will do? Different function will do, just show you. The difference function will give you the difference between two words in the scale of 0 to 4. 0 means it is not at all, but 4, close to the 4, means it is almost close to the value. Okay, so I have given here a value of 0 means a very weak or no similarity between the words. But if you got 4 or close to the 4 number, then that means those two words or those two strings are almost have a close connection between them. Okay, let's get select difference between juice and juicy. Closeness, check for the closeness, how close they are. Control E. 4 means exactly close, both are same. Okay, but in originality, juice and juicy are not too close, but here in the computer terminology, the juice and juicy are related to closeness is almost if you heard about it, or if you find out the difference, it is almost same. Okay, that's why you have a function difference, which is used to measure the difference between the two strings on the scale of 0 to 4. Always remember, 0 close to the 0 means it is weak. It is close to the 4, number 4 is almost a strong signal. Okay, that's how we have a soundx and difference. If you execute this query, I'm just checking both soundx and difference on the same line. See, the first term is J200 and second one is J200, and the closeness of the both two is 4, means very strong relation between those two words. Okay, so hope you guys understand this string functions as a part of a video course, and I'm gonna stop this video for now, and in my next video we will gonna see a few more functions like datetime functions and some logical functions as well. And I hope you guys enjoy my video, and thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned.